two government-made killers. Two men shaped into weapons by brutal training and blind patriotism. On one side, Christopher Smith, better known as Peacemaker. A ruthless, trigger-happy assassin who will kill anyone, anywhere, if it means peace. On the other, John Walker, the disgraced super soldier turned U.S. agent, packing the strength and durability of Captain America without any of the restraint. When these two government dogs are unleashed, who actually walks away alive? Let's break it down. After the battle with Thanos, Steve Rogers retired the shield and lived out the quiet life he'd always dreamed of. But with Steve gone, the United States needed a new symbol. Enter John Walker, a decorated veteran, the first man ever awarded 3 Medals of Honor, and someone who tested off the charts in every physical category. On paper, he looked like the perfect Captain America. But when the weight of that mantle came crashing down, Walker broke. After brutally killing a man in front of the world, he lost the shield, the rake, and the name. But John Walker wasn't finished. Instead, he forged his own bloody legacy, becoming the U.S. agent. Now let's get one thing straight. Even before he took the super soldier serum, Walker was already a beast. He was a natural leader, peak human in every category, and strong enough to hold his own against enhanced fighters. But once he injected the serum, he became something else entirely. Walker bulldozed through squads of flag smashers. He ripped apart Falcon's supposedly bulletproof wings. And he even went toe-to-toe against both Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes at the same time. Strength? Off the charts. The man literally held up an armored vehicle by himself. Durability? Just as crazy. He tanked beatings from groups of super soldiers without slowing down. He shrugged off Bucky's cybernetic arm, an arm that can punch through steel. He even survived Yelena's widow's bite, the same shock that stunned Black Panther through vibranium armor. And as far as skill goes, John Walker has proven he can hang with some of Marvel's best. He overpowered Taskmaster, tangled with Black Widow, and nearly beat both Falcon and Winter Soldier. Make no mistake, U.S. Agent isn't just a knockoff Cap. He's a super soldier built for war. Now let's talk about Peacemaker. Behind the shiny chrome helmet and the ridiculous one-liners is one of the most dangerous Black Ops assassins in DC. Raised since childhood by his abusive father, Christopher Smith was molded into a weapon. Peak human strength, stamina, and speed. This guy has muscles on muscles, as Bloodsport once put it. He slammed Judo Master onto cars, thrown Rick Flag across massive grain hoppers, and casually cut men to pieces with tomahawks and swords. Even as a kid, a single punch from him killed his own brother. The raw power has always been there. Agility? Shockingly good. He recovers from long falls instantly, fights for hours without tiring, and reacts fast enough to disarm enemies before they can even pull a trigger. Durability? Insane. He's been stabbed, slashed, crushed by cars, and even shot in the throat, and still got up. He survived the collapse of Jotunheim, walked away from brutal beatings, and somehow keeps going like nothing happened. But Peacemaker's real bread and butter is his marksmanship. The guy is one of the best shots in the entire DC universe. We're talking trick shots upside down, bullets colliding midair with Bloodsport, sniping butterflies through walls, shooting without even looking. Doesn't matter if it's pistols, rifles, bows, or shotguns. Peacemaker masters them all. And when it comes to close combat, he's deadly there too. Wrestling, judo, fencing, Muay Thai. Peacemaker knows it all. He fought Rick Flag to a standstill, clashed evenly with Judo Master, and can turn anything into a lethal weapon. At the end of the day, he's a born killer, trained to fight, built to last, and armed to the teeth. So, who wins? At first glance, it seems unfair. Walker is a super soldier. Peacemaker is just peak human. But don't underestimate him. Like Batman, peak human in comics often means borderline superhuman. Still, the raw stats are clear. John Walker is stronger, faster, tougher, and more skilled. He can stop multi-ton vehicles, jump like Spider-Man, and take punishment that would leave Peacemaker in pieces. In pure hand-to-hand combat, U.S. Agent dominates. But here's the wild card: Peacemaker's helmets. Each helmet has a special function, from X-ray vision to breathing underwater. But the two most dangerous? The human torpedo helmet, which turns him into a living missile, and the sonic boom helmet, powerful enough to vaporize humans, flatten cars, and level buildings in an instant. That's the one thing John Walker can't block. His shield isn't vibranium anymore, and a sonic blast that liquefies everything around him. He's not walking that off. So if Peacemaker brings out the right helmet, he actually can kill U.S. Agent. But here's the catch: Peacemaker doesn't consistently use those helmets. Most of the time, he fights with guns, blades, and brute force. And against someone like Walker, that's not going to cut it. At the end of the day, U.S. Agent holds almost every advantage. He's stronger, he's faster, he's tougher, and he's a better fighter. Unless Peacemaker lands that 1-in-a-million helmet blast, he's getting beaten down hard. Winner, U.S. Agent. That's it for this breakdown. This was Sector 6. If you enjoyed the battle, make sure to stick around, because more brutal showdowns are coming your way.